won 3 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. And the follow-up won more than that, including Best Movie.
Rhonda Moore tells us about the classic that's on the big screen this weekend.
I'm sitting here looking like a gangster this morning because I'm enjoying my favorite film, The Godfather. Godfather Parts 1, 2, and 3 are all showing at the Victoria Theater this weekend. I think Part 1 is my favorite. Love the movie. Want to know which one you like, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3? Let us know this morning. Also, if you come to the Victoria Theater this weekend, you get free popcorn, and it tastes pretty good. We'll have more of this coming up on Fox 45 in a few minutes.
And she's got the outfit for watching that movie, too.
I know. I guess you got to dress the part.
She is looking good.
All right. We actually are asking you on Facebook, which is your favorite Godfather character? In Part 1, Part 2, or Part 3? And here's some response. That's Mike.
That's from Mike. He says he likes Michael Corleone. That's his favorite character.
Robert De Niro is the best part of any, and that is from Matthew.
Yeah, he plays the Concierge in the first couple of movies. And favorite line comes from Bill. Bill says, "Every time I try to get out, they keep sucking me back in." That's from Godfather 3.
That was pretty good.
You like that?
How about
that was.
How about the cannoli line? How does that one go?
Oh, that's yeah.
Take the gun, but leave the cannoli.
Take the guns, leave the
Something
cannoli.
like
that's
that.
that's
wasn't
Clemenza.
Exactly it.
That's Clemenza's great line.
All right, it is considered one of the best movies ever made, and it was so good they made it 3 times. Dan loves it.
Yeah, and you can see all 3 parts of The Godfather this weekend. Rhonda Moore tells us they don't make movies like this anymore.
Good morning. We are here in the projection room at the Victoria Theater where the Godfather Trilogy is going to be shown this weekend. And joining me now to talk a little bit about the film is Patrick Keel. He's the production manager here. And tell me, first of all, the movie is going to be played on this contraption, right? What is that?
That's correct. This is a strong 35mm film projector. You can see it's pretty old and antiquated. This is the type of film that we use through it. This is the size of the film that's actually through it. It's, as you can see, it's fairly old. They make something like this similar anymore. Most film theaters, I think, are going to 70mm in a platter system. This is actually a reel-to-reel system. You can see you load the film here, it goes through the lenses, whatever. And we are able to change the lenses, depends on the type of film that it would be, the dimensions of the film so it goes through and ends up in that bottom reel. You notice that there are 2 projectors. Because these films come in, like, depending on the length of the film, will come in maybe 3 or 4 different reels.
So why are you still using 35mm?
Because of the quality of the film. It's a lot nicer. Film itself is a lot nicer than video when you're projecting it. It has a better quality. The biggest issues we have with the films, because we try to do classic films, it's getting harder and harder to get the classic films, like the Godfather series, Trilogy, the movies that are 20, 30 years old.
So you want the look to be authentic, the whole experience here to be authentic?
Just like when the movie first came out, when they were first projecting it in the film, in the movie theaters back in 30 years ago, for instance. And so the video doesn't get that same quality when you're projecting. But video's pretty good, but it's no way as good as the 35mm film.
All right, it's one of my favorite movies, or probably my favorite movie, so I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely.
And you can see The Godfather. Part 1 is on Friday night, Part 2 Saturday night, and Part 3 on Sunday. Back to you.
Now, see, I have never seen them projected on a movie screen like that, so that would be a great thing to see.
Yeah, and we asked you on our Facebook page what your favorite Godfather movie, character, and some of the lines are, so here's your responses.
All right, Kristen wrote this. My personal favorite is the original Godfather, and I have to agree with her.
And Billy says his favorite movie is all of them. They're great.
Yeah.
And we were wondering when Rhonda was doing her piece if you were watching them back to back to back, because that would be a lot of hours in that theater.
Yeah, you're talking probably close to 7.5, 8 hours if you would watch them all, back to back to back.
It's a good thing that they broke them up. A lot of sitting. Right, now to a movie you can see over and over. Some say it is the best movie of all time.
Yeah, I have a hard time thinking of another one. We're talking about The Godfather, and it's going to be shown on the big screen this weekend. Rhonda Moore tells us which character she likes the most.
Good morning. The Godfather Trilogy is playing at the Victoria Theater this weekend, and I am so excited because I love The Godfather. It's like my favorite movie of all time. And joining me now to talk more about it is Diane with the Victoria Theater. And Diane, I want to say that Sonny is my favorite character, and probably my most famous line that I like is, I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
Well, that is a scary line. My favorite character, I think, is Connie, because throughout the whole trilogy she transforms and kind of becomes the leader of the family at the end. And gosh, my favorite line, leave the gun, take the cannoli.
You would say that.
Well, it's cannoli.
All right, so in addition to the movie being shown this weekend, there's something else going on. Talk about that.
Right, Friday night we have a wine tasting sponsored with wines from Allied. And they will be 2 reds and a white that we're going to taste. It's $10, starts at 6:30. There's going to be some appetizers and desserts from Lucky's Tap Room. And it's actually going to be a lot of fun. We have really good times at these events. $10, $5 for a movie, $15. Where can you go out and get a wine tasting and an awesome movie for $15?
Can't beat that.
Can't beat it.
All right, so one of the things that people like to do when they watch The Godfather is kind of see something they haven't seen before. Whenever you watch the movie, there's always something new. You have a little trivia for us about the movie, right?
I do. In The Godfather 2, there's plenty of flashbacks. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the whole movie, that movie. And they shot those flashbacks with men in pants that had zipper flies. They didn't have zippers back then. They used buttons, so they had to reshoot all of that. They were that determined to make it that authentic with the button flies.
That's interesting. Thank you for that little trivia. All right, well, let's go ahead and salute The Godfather Trilogy this weekend at the Victoria Theater, and want to find out from Megan and Dan what their favorite character and what their favorite line is as well. Salute.
Taste that.
I do like Clemenza, and leave the gun, take the cannolis. It's a great line.
In Sicily, women are more dangerous than guns.
That's right. Who said that?
The Bodyguard.
That's right. One of Michael's bodyguards.
All
Very
right,
good.
all morning we've been asking which Godfather movie you like the best, what your favorite character is, and best lines. Go ahead and still leave your responses on our Facebook page, but let's read a few for you.
Here's one from Rebecca, who says her favorite line is, I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
And Christy's favorite line is, now you come to me and say, Don Corleone, give me justice, but you don't ask with respect.
That's right. That was Marlon Brando who said that.
Love all this stuff. All right. Good opportunity to see it on the big screen, too, this weekend.
Great stuff.